choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings. It's week 2 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the 49ers and the Vikings, and it's all up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
On on the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers. They, too, were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Vikings to go on offense for the first time, and it's a rookie at the helm, the 10th overall pick back in April out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
And as we begin week 2 in the NFL, he was truly one of the top stories around the league. What a debut. Didn't look phased at all, handled everything with poise and grace, and played through in a big way. I can't wait to see what the defenses throw at him this week and see how he adjusts.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Now McCarthy. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4. To the air with McCarthy. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Now the 49ers getting ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his 3rd NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Purdy. Open man is Jaron Jennings. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. This 2nd and 4. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little, and oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 107 yards.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And Jennings will go in motion right. Purdy looking to throw.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Up the middle, Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 6. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now Purdy.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Bullard just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
3rd and 12. Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Back to throw, Purdy. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here.
And down inside the 15 he goes. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And his kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Vikings head out to take over once again.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
An inside give to Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 5. Throwing is McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
That throw right on the money from the quarterback from Michigan. It's a first down.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Slot man moves right. Back to throw now on first down.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the 49ers are able to move back in front.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Here's McCarthy. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Dancing to his left. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the 1st down. Out of the gun, Purdy. Running this slant, and he finds Mitchell.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Back to throw. Purdy got a man. That's Ayuk. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Samuel going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings.
2nd down and 3. Here's Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Looking to throw. Purdy.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Purdy from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
A toss left side for Mitchell.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Purdy looking to throw.
And it's fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Now McCarthy.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Here's 3rd and 10. To the air with McCarthy.
Flushed out right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Jones will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Jones again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
J.J. McCarthy,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, this is where it pays to have a quarterback you can trust with the ball in his hands. Normally you want him throwing, or at least trying to make this an option. But here, this is a straight run, a QB draw, and he reads things perfectly and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Takes it to about the 37.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So from the 37, here's second down and 8. The throwing here, Purdy.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Now Purdy.
Flush to his right. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Being chased out left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Purdy now to throw.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Operating from the gun, Purdy. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Purdy. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. And this one is right through, and they have regained the lead.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Patriots with this one well in hand at halftime. The Pats were losers a week ago, so they are desperately trying to avoid dropping 2 straight to start the year. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. DJ Chark, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think,
the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49ers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Connects with Kittle underneath.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A handoff from Mitchell running left.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Purdy looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell.
And he is going to have a Niners first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. They run over center with Mitchell. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught out right by Jennings. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They'll run off tackle with Jones.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. And
a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
2nd down and a yard. Looking to throw McCarthy.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Again, it's Jones.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. The give is to Jones. And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line.
58 yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing is McCarthy.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Purdy from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
On play action, now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Here's a give to Jones running left. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Purdy looking to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The Niners on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here's Purdy.
Throw left side, complete. That's Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return, here's Agnew. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense had Aaron Jones headed back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
Shoves him away, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
2nd down and 8. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings' 43-yard line.
3rd down and 1. Purdy going to give it to Garindo.
Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
62 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Trying the right side with Mitchell.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Right back to Mitchell here. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Running left, here's Mitchell.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot.
This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jefferson going to go in motion right. There go play action. Here's McCarthy.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. An inside give to Jones.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
To the air with McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison.
So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now McCarthy.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Trent Sherfield.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Back to throw, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Throwing here, Purdy.
It's caught. Mitchell. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it'll be 4th down.
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
Throwing to start the drive.
McCarthy going underneath. He's got Hockenson.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
McCarthy off the play fake.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings 1st down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. Addison will go in motion left.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Looking to throw McCarthy.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Here's McCarthy.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
Escapes the sack, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
He's back to throw.
That's caught by Addison.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 12. A little under 50 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Throwing after the interception. McCarthy. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Going for it. Here's McCarthy.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Throwing is McCarthy.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. McCarthy going to throw again.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for San Francisco, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.